Hi, I'm Cody Alexander with another Match Quarters chess match. Today we're going to look at the matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Tampa Bay actually had a decent season on defense last year. Now, it didn't show in this game. The Saints basically rolled over them 34-17. And Brees had a great game, 28 of 35, 228 yards, had 3 touchdowns, QBR of 88. Now, why are you saying, Coach A, why are you doing a chess match on this? Now, what I did find is that the Buccaneers consistently ran a very interesting trap 2 5-man pressure that I found that I kind of liked, and they mixed it up against different looks. The one thing that I liked about it was that it didn't have any checks out of it, and you could tell that because the 4 plays that we're going to go over, they were all in different formations. So in here, we're going to have a split back formation right here with Drew Brees and the 2 running backs in the backfield. And you've got a condensed 2-back set, what we would call gun splits. So in here, what they're giving you is a look of, okay, we're going to be in single high. It looks like we're kind of going to maybe be in some sort of zone, kind of a 3-over-3 over here with a guy in the middle, maybe closing the post over here. If this guy leaks out, maybe we're going to have this. Now, the front is what you would call a mug front with a walk up. So you actually have 6 guys on the line. Now, this isn't a sim pressure because there's going to be a 5-man rush. So this is a 5-man pressure from a 6-man front. The basis of this front, though, is going to be this mug front, which is a 5-5-0-5 with a walk-up jack. A Mike and a Will are going to be mugged on basically in what we would call a bear front. If we were just drawing X's on a whiteboard, that'd be a bear front with a walk up here. So what you're looking at right here is kind of a single high structure, but as you go, you can see that you're going to get the pop out from the end. Now, the interesting thing here that I like about it is that they're taking this nickel and they're going to insert him off the edge. He does not get blocked, and the only time he gets blocked, and I'll show it at the very end, is the last play when they use max protection. But this kind of leads open. The 5 technique is going to engage the tackle and work inside. The nice thing about these mugs and the why you see it is because what you now have is man blocking. You have man blocking across the board, and I like this because the Sam inserts off the edge, and you can see how even in a cluster set that you can actually probably consider this a bunch set. You've got 3 guys to one side, so you can have a bunch. So you can almost play this like a bunch, or if you have a bunch check. So from here, what I like about it is he works through the trash, and he's instantly in the face. Brees has to throw a ball outside. You can see the corner at the top is just going to trap it. Okay, so he's not worried about it. They've got their triangle coverage right here, so we're building our triangle. Okay, he's going to take the flat. He's going to take the seam. He'll be the cap of the vertical, any vertical. And you can see the pop out right here by that backer. He's going to work the seam, and then he's kind of the trash man in the middle as this goes through, kind of keeping an eye on the back. The back's going to chip and then release, but that's really here nor there. And then you also have the double right here where you're getting the double on Michael Thomas. So that's a good look at it. And really, this ends up being an incomplete pass. He's got to throw it down, and the corner meets him instantly the moment he makes the catch. And so this is actually ruled an incomplete, not a fumble forward. So nice play by the Buccaneers here on this, really forcing these guys to throw the check down into the pressure. So what I like about this, though, is that it forces these guys to kind of fan back. And because this guy's in a 5, he's going to engage and then work in here. So what you end up doing is these guys end up setting up this way. And if this guy doesn't block and he releases, this guy comes home free. Okay, and it's a nice way to get your Sam linebacker or your nickel into the blitz. And Drew Brees has to throw it. And really, if you're going to get a guy to catch it, this is kind of the area that you want him to catch it. You want things to go low and outside. If it's low and outside, 1, a slow percentage, but 2, you can rally to it. You can see that you've got an outside shoulder, inside shoulder. The play's going to be dead. Live to see another day. I think it would have ended up being maybe a 3-yard gain. So again, if you think about it in terms of efficiency, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers basically won that down, keeping it kind of in a second and medium, second and long look. Nothing in terms of technique to really kind of look at. but you're going to get more of kind of a hands-on to the single receiver side, more of a funnel technique over here, where more of a trap where he's going to step down and really focus in on that flat route. All right, so the second snap of this is what we would normally see kind of in the college setting. And in fact, Taysom Hill is in the backfield right here. You've got three on this side. So again, you got to be thinking some sort of bunch coverage over here. You got two receivers over here, so you're going to be able to handle that. Now at the snap, what they want is they want it to look like it's a cover 3 pre-snap. So they're making it look like, okay, I'm down on here. I've got him. I'm going to work to the middle of the field. We're going to give you some sort of an illusion of rush, and then we're gonna go from there, either in cover 1 or some sort of cover 3 where they're going to pop somebody out. Okay, so you can see right here, this is a nice job by this linebacker popping out and taking that seam route right there. Now you do get the crossing route, and this is a good job by that corner on the backside. So he's gonna work inside and trap that. That's okay if he goes outside, as long as that safety understands where he's at. He's looking for anything coming back inside. He doesn't pick anything up right here because he's going vertical. Okay, because we're getting the crossing route, that brings that safety's eyes back inside. So you're gonna end up him picking up. As this cross route comes, you see that corner kind of fade out and be able to meet him on the other side. So that's good kind of cover 2 coverage on those deep crosses. Really what you're getting is a double post with a deep over route from the other side. Okay, and you get a play action, but again, you end up getting a free hitter on that Sam linebacker. Quarterback doesn't see it because he's waiting for that crossing route. It's a 3-man route. He's waiting for that crossing route. He's got to think, okay, if he jumps in front, I got to pass it here, but he's covered, so everything's covered, so it ends up holding the quarterback, and he ends up getting a sack, which is kind of the big play here on this. So let's look at it from how this thing works. So again, you've got what would be kind of like a bear front, okay? So you've got a 5 technique, you've got a 3 technique, you got a 0 nose, a 3 technique, and a 5. The only thing that you're adding is the walk up to the boundary. So because you got a tight end here, you're going to have the jack here. So it's a 6-man presentation, okay? So if they're going to slide it, you got to think, okay, with 2 backs, maybe we're going to get some sort of a slide, right? And then they're just going to double the protection over here. So you've got 6 guys. What this does, and what I really like about it, is these guys now, though, they have to man block. Okay, so if you're thinking about it now everybody's thinking, okay, I got him, 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 and I got him. So we're all on an island right here. So again, this factors into how this play is going to end up working. Now, what I like about the nose guy is what he's going to play, what you would call a sticky technique. So he's actually going to watch the running back. A lot of times when you give a 6-man presentation, you're going to get maybe a screen check. So that nose is going to play sticky, and all sticky means is just like a sticky bun. He's going to stick onto that running back, and he's going to eat him up if he goes into a screen. Okay? So as the play progresses, you can see the pop out, right? So he's going to get his eyes over here. He's engaged that tackle. That tackle, that's his man. He's going to engage the eyes of that tackle, and he's going to come inside. So what does that mean? That means that guard's going to sit here, and that tackle's going to sit here. Nobody's going to be in charge of that Sam linebacker coming off. So as we let that go through, you can see how he eats that up. That tackle can't necessarily assume that Sam linebacker is going to go, and he doesn't know where that nose goes. If that nose clamps down in here, that guard's going to be gone. So he knows that it's man blocking. As he flashes out, he's going to take the seam and watch the nose. I call this the ballet of the dancing bears. These guys are basically just going to hand fight. That nose is really not going to engage, and you can watch him as he takes that running back. He's looking for that running back in case he were to leak out over here and kind of pop out for that screen. So that's what you call that sticky technique by that. If you come over here, they got 3-on-3. So if you're going to see them each step that way. As he pops out, that guard's looking over here. He knows they're going to eat it up. So what you end up getting is a double here, and then that tight end's taking that edge rusher right there. Now, with the back over here, this guy should be kind of trying to cut that cross. He's looking at eyes coverage. You can see the corner over there calling in and in and in right there. But again, it's set up from the start because of the way that this guy engages and then works inside. He's just going to occupy the center. It doesn't matter what these guys end up doing. Okay, we're going to end up getting man blocking. He's going to pop out, so that means he's just going to go one guy over. We're going to end up getting a clamp on the guy as he works inside. Okay, the running back is not a factor because the nose is playing ballet of the dancing bears with the center. And then no one is left for that Sam linebacker to come off, which is a great job and a great little scheme that I like. And again, it's a sack. Like we showed in the wide copy, it's a sack for a loss. Big play on a 2nd and 7 to make that third and long. So here's another 2nd down. That's the other thing. This was an early down call for them because again, you're not really you're doing it on 2nd and long. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. 1st down when hey, okay, the Saints like to pass on 1st down. Okay, but you're also safe because it's a 5-man blitz and pretty much all of your gaps are covered by the front. So now we have an empty. A lot of times in 5-man pressures, you may get an empty check and they may check out of it. It may just be a 4-man rush or maybe they do something completely different. So again, what we're going to get is almost looking like zero coverage. Okay, that he's walking down here. He looks like he's a man. Okay, so it looks like we've got a 6-man rush. Okay, they're going to have to probably slide to the overload. That's going to open this up for him right here because they're going to slide to the 6-man protection. As the coverage goes out, now you see the triangle, right? Here's our triangle coverage over here. He's going to work to the middle. We're essentially playing man right here, probably getting a double on him. If he works in, he's got the cross. If he were to go out or he were to go up, the safety would probably take him right here. So it's not necessarily they're playing cover 2 to the boundary. And you can tell they're not playing cover 2 because that corner turns to him right now. So right there, he takes it. I would probably argue that the linebacker here ends up dropping, probably needs to drop out to number 2, or he's kind of considering that guy's going to be man coverage, and they're really trying to funnel this. And really what they may be doing is he's working at 2, he's working at 3, and they're just trying to play this like man, which is probably the better explanation there. So you can see the adjustment to empty, but again, that slide forces that Sam linebacker to kind of come from depth. Okay, Brees feels that and just tosses it off to the open hitch. Probably reading this backer here, if this backer would have come here, then he might have had to eat the ball there a little bit. Probably would have gone here because he's kind of cutting 2, and then this guy wouldn't be open because he's working that way. So kind of reading the drop of that guy away from trips, he sees that he cuts over here, so he ends up throwing it here underneath the soft coverage. Ends up being a nice catch and tackle right there. Now, again, it's only 4 yards. So that's a 3rd and 2, middle of the field. Yeah, that's a manageable down, but again, you got him on 3rd down. They didn't get a 1st down, and you live to fight another day. Okay, here's the look from the pocket. So again, we're going to have a sticky here. Okay, looking for any kind of screen underneath. You've got 6-man. You've got the overload over here because you got to assume, okay, if he comes over here, if we're going to cut the line right here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys over here. So we're probably going to get slide protection going that way, and that's exactly what we do. We get slide to the overload. He's going to be one-on-one with this pass rusher. Okay, which we're going to get the up and under, and then this is the pop out. So let's look at what that looks like in empty protection. Okay, again, because that tackle is in man coverage and he's getting the up and under, he's got to take that guy. There's nobody for the Sam linebacker. So Brees has to assume that if that guy works inside or if he sees a pop out, I got to read the pop out and I got to get it underneath that soft coverage, assuming that that's where that free hitter's going to be since they're going to slide to the overload. Now, it's an overload, too, because here these are all D linemen or linebackers, and then that you've got the nickel out over here, so you can't necessarily assume that guy's going to go. So even if he walks out, it's still an overload. It's still a 5-man front. They're going to have to push that thing over to that direction. And, again, nice look at it from the pocket. With the trips to that side, Sam has to go a little bit further. Soft coverage on the outside. Again, he finds his handyman, Michael Thomas, right there. Go-to man right there. Nice soft coverage. Option the route. Ends up getting tackled for a 4-yard gain. All right, last one that we're going to look at. And really the only time the blitz ever got picked up. And the only reason why it got picked up was because it was max protection. But you can see how they're giving a different look. They're kind of trying to give you, okay, maybe we're in man free right here. All right, this could end up being some sort of a game. You're still going to be gapped out, so it's not a bad run blitz. You got the Sam linebacker. He's just going ahead and straight up showing you got that he's going. So you got everybody down here. They're giving the illusion to cover one. So really, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on there, and that you probably have to figure that if the fullback blocks, he's going to insert anyway. And so off of this, you get what I would call kind of the slide with the play action protection, where he's got that, and then he's going to sit on the ender, and then we're going to slide this way to the overload with him being manned up right here. Again, it's the exact same blitz. You get the pop outs. The only issue is on the crossing route, is that he doesn't cut the cross. He's blind to it because he's working his triangle coverage over here. Okay, so you got your 3 over 2. You're getting a cross. He doesn't end up taking it. That Mike is blind because he's running the seam route, and you end up getting the best receiver on the team wide open. Now, it's 1st and down. You live to play another down. You get him to 2nd down, but to me, that's a 6-yard gain, a 2nd and 4. The offense won the down. Though I do think that this is a great blitz, and it really kind of forces, if you've got a good one-on-one where you can win this and you can force the slide and you can win this, even on play action, that might be good. And if one of these guys aren't a great blocker, you might still be able to hit home. And the trap 2 ends up working to perfection because you get kind of that post sail right here. Corner picks it up, safety's on top. The only thing here would have been nice if you would have had that guy pick up the cross, at least carry it to make him hang on to the ball, because you never know, because right there you see that end. Again, going back to, it's one-on-one with this tackle right here. They're going to slide away. It would have been nice to see maybe that you hold on to it for a little longer, maybe get a sack, or maybe it becomes an incomplete pass because you break it up. So, again, really cool little kind of every down blitz, 5-man pressure from what you could call a 6-man front, giving that mug front, adding in that jackbacker, using the Sam away from the jackbacker is really nice. If you want to draw it up just so it looks like it, let's go back to this. He's coming in here and then he's working. That nose can either play sticky or work to the strength. It doesn't matter. Again, you're getting pop outs right here. He's coming in, he's engaging and working out. He's got contained, and then you've got the Sam linebacker who you can't see coming off. And really, that's the key. That's the guy that they're trying to set up. They're trying to mash everything down here, get the one-on-one over here, or get that Sam linebacker engaged and working in. So, again, thank you for joining me on MQ Chess Match. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on MatchQuarters.com and on Twitter @the_coach_A. Thank you.